So maybe Miami can get it done, but even them, I don't even really see them having the
Who do they have
assets.
to trade to get first round picks to make that happen? Also, I feel like Bam is low key overrated now. Did you watch Bam Adebayo in the playoffs? He was not
Yeah.
that good. He was not that good at all. I mean, Jarrett Allen was better, way better in the end of last season than Bam Adebayo ever was. But no one would even think about saying that Jarrett Allen could be a better player than Bam Adebayo. Think about that real quick. And I don't know, like, how are you going to get more first round picks? Who are you going to trade?
That's a good question because they lost PJ Tucker, so it's not like he's. That's a great question. Like, because even they wrote it's not like they're maybe Victor, maybe.
Yeah, but he just got signed,
but he's not
so
even
they
signed.
can't. No, they signed him. 2 years,
signed every time.
$8 million a year. Yeah, $16
So
million contract.
So who else is on their bench?
So they can't trade Cody Martin or whatever his name is because he just got signed 4 years. Tyler Hero can get traded, but that would be a part of the main deal, you would assume.
Yeah. Some Duncan Robinson also be in that KD trade too.
Yeah, I guess it would be Bam. Like Bam would be the one I'd think of because you'd be sitting at home like, but yeah, they want to make Bam, Butler, and KD play together. But they're not going to be able to get this done if they don't maybe look at trading Bam Adebayo.
But then it looks weird because it's like
KD,
if
Jimmy
you do
Butler.
trade Bam, is this going to be KD, Jimmy, and Kyle Lowry?
Oh, you still got Victor Oladipo there.
But I mean, Victor Oladipo still, but he still wasn't really he wasn't Victor Oladipo yet.
Yeah.
Like even when he came back, he still was as of right now, he's like a role player. So, and I'm not really high on Kyle Lowry either what playoff says. So it's basically just KD, Jimmy Butler. Because the amount of assets you're going to have to give up to get a KD.
Yeah.
And then you talking about you making side trades just to get enough assets for the KD trade.
Yeah. Well, you still got Gabe Vincent and those type of players there. They will still be on the roster. And they played good in the. Well, the other question is, though, as well, is then they would move on to players like DeMarcus Cousins. That is when DeMarcus Cousins gets a deal in the NBA. Because he wants to start badly. He has made it so clear. I think I've spoken about this twice in this podcast already. But DeMarcus Cousins has made it clear to the teams he will not sign with them unless it's his last resort or he wants to start. That's his main thing. I guarantee you the Denver Nuggets offered him a contract because they already had him on the team. They signed him for the rest of the year, and they turned around and signed DeAndre Jordan. You can't possibly tell me that the Denver Nuggets didn't offer DeMarcus Cousins before they offered DeAndre Jordan's bum-ass a deal and a couple other players here and there. That's why I'm saying DeMarcus Cousins has been offered deals in the NBA, and he has declined them. If a team like Miami were to bring in KD, they could also bring in a dude like DeMarcus Cousins to start as their center if they moved on from Bam. Right? That's why I don't think trading Bam would be the worst idea. But everyone's going to look at me like I'm mentally challenged when I feel like Bam could actually 100% get moved. So, I don't know.
It's just a weird thing because for me, it's a weird thing to say because it's or to hear because it's when I watch Miami games, even though I will agree Bam did not play to his contract, he didn't play to the expectation of Bam. But Bam is a very important piece to their roster because of what he brings. And it showed in that Boston series because when Bam wasn't playing like Bam, the confidence in Miami was not there those last couple games when they got eliminated. Yeah. And it's and I fear if you trade Bam to get that KD trade done, I don't think you're gonna be a locked in favorite unless even if you sign Boogie because it's what Bam brings you is a lot defensively is a lot different than what Boogie brings you at this point. And I just don't think you can really get what Bam does. You can't get that from any typical average center in the league right now. That's available. And then y'all don't have the assets to truly get a player to a lesser degree of Bam in the league. So it's kind of it's weird because it's that's why I'm a little afraid for a lot of these teams because it's and I think a lot of teams are afraid too. If you make this trade for KD, do you have enough assets to get the third component or possibly lure in a third component at free agency? And I'm not sure a lot of teams feel that way because for Miami, that third component, obviously they wouldn't have the assets to trade for it. So the question is, would they be able to get that third component in the next offseason?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they can, but
let me give you an alternative. Why not sign DeMarcus Cousins and play Bam at the 4? Why not try that?
Bam at the 4, Boogie at the 5?
You could look at. Can Boogie not shoot threes? Am I wrong for saying that Boogie is a decent three-point shooter?
He can pop those things.
Yeah.
For sure. Confidently.
Why wouldn't you look at that? I don't like Bam at the 5 as much as some people do. That's my issue. I think Bam plays his best basketball when he's defending Giannis at the 4. When he's defending LeBron at the 4. That's when I think Bam plays his best basketball. And that's why I thought they were going to bring in Mo Bamba, because I thought Mo Bamba would have been perfect for this Heat team. You play Mo Bamba at the 5. He can shoot and he can shot block.
So question for you there. I got a question for you. Would you rather then have the current day Miami Heat and add Boogie, or would you rather trade those assets to get KD and just have Jimmy, KD, and sign Boogie?
I'd probably rather trade the assets and make something like that happen. Because I feel like the only issue with that team is there's probably not a whole lot of three-point shooting and interior defense. But I don't think there's a whole lot of interior defense through times right now. I think the way the Heat play is they switch a lot. They're a very switching team that really works around the perimeter. And that's where Bam often gets switched onto the perimeter. And that makes me wonder, I don't know if Bam is necessarily being utilized correctly, because if you want him to switch onto that perimeter, that's cool and all, but you're always I still feel like you need someone back there, right? And that would have been cool if they had a DeMarcus Cousins or a Mo Bamba. But if they were to go out and get Kevin Durant, they're already doing what they're doing with Bam right now, except you've got Durant now, who is he's a disgrace offensively. You would just have to work out that interior defense, which I think you could do. I think DeMarcus Cousins is an underrated dude there. You could still, again, try and bring in some shooters here and there, but they've still got guys like Gabe Vincent and that will still be on the team. Max Strus and those type of guys. It'd still work, but I don't know. But this is the part of the podcast where I'm going to get hate, because I think it seems childish and outrageous for someone to consider trading Bam. But I honestly think it could for sure be done. And it will be discussed in Miami whether people will like it or not. Especially if they want to get Kevin Durant, you know what I mean?
I agree with that second part. I think right now, if you want KD, you got to be a little bit open to talk. I mean, and I don't think that's really something you should get yelled at, because, I mean, if you just seen Brooklyn ask for Devin Booker,
exactly right, exactly
Anthony
right,
Edwards and Cat, I mean, I think it's fair to say, not Dwayne Dedman. It's fair to say Bam Bam would be available.
Bro,
I don't know what Dwayne
Dedman managed to get $4 million a season out of Miami for 2 years. How the hell did that happen? I want to know who his agent is. Find me his agent right now. I need him.
You're almost better than Rich Paul. Actually, no, let me not say that, because Rich Paul.
Yeah, no, I don't know how the hell Rich Paul couldn't have gotten Dwayne Dedman $4 million. I don't know where that got pulled out from, but I would like to.
I don't know. He might be, because if Rich Paul can get KCP a no trade clause, I think anything's possible.
Where did he get him a no trade clause on?
When the Lakers.
What happened there?
Somehow he got him like a 2-year 30 or 2-year 20, and it was a no trade clause. That's why when they tried to, I think it was a trade in particular he was trying to get, and they couldn't even move him because he had to opt into the no trade clause.
Oh well, that was lucky that the Lakers, Rich Paul actually helped the Lakers out there because KCP was low key one of their best players in their finals. So that was lucky that actually worked out.